welcome back to Phantastic Feast. What I'm going to show you how to make right now is a really delicious beverage that's also super beautiful. Now, it's been kind of a big craze if you're in the Instagram and social media world, and you'll see it all over Pinterest because it's so pretty. It's called butterfly pea flower tea. Now, it's a tea that is made in Southeast Asia. When you put it in hot water, it turns really vibrant blue. And then once you add a acidic source to it, it turns a different color. So then it's kind of like magical. So all the unicorn stuff, it just makes it really, really pretty. So what we're gonna do is do a butterfly pea tea lemonade so that it's something traditional, but also something, a little twist on it so that you can really wow your guests if you're looking to do something. Right now I have the water on to boil, and what we'll do is steep the tea, and then once we have that, then we'll make our lemonade and put it together, and I'll show you how magical it is once it changes color. So first what we'll do is we'll put the dried butterfly pea tea flowers into a mason jar here. And I only am doing it in the mason jar so you can see the color because it's what's so special about it. It has a really earthy taste to it. So I think on its own it just tastes like tea, but when you put it with condiments or other additions to it, that's when the magic of it is really amazing. But it has a nice homey earthy flavor to it. So I have some water that I boiled, and you have about 2 tablespoons of the butterfly pea flower tea, and then what we'll do is just pour it in. And already you can see it's right now a light blue, but the longer you let it steep, it's going to turn a really magnificent blue. So that in itself is already so pretty, right? Like, how often do you see blue natural tea? And this is its natural color, and this is not something you usually find in the stores. This is something you can find on Amazon. Because it's become so popular, it's a lot more readily available, and it's fairly inexpensive. It's about $5 or so, but you can order it online, and then the longer it steeps, the deeper blue it gets. So right now, it started with kind of like a sky blue, and now it's becoming deeper and deeper. So you want to give it about 10 minutes to cool down and give it some time to really develop the flavor. And in the meantime, I will make the simple syrup, and then I'll also juice the lemon so that we can put it all together. So I put this aside. And here we have our lemons. And for this, it'll take about 8 to 10 lemons, and then we'll juice the lemons, and then we'll make the simple syrup. What I like to do first is I like to peel off the rind so I can add it to the simple syrup, so then it just gives an extra flavor of the lemon. So what I'll do first is I'll peel it. You don't have to do this for your simple syrup, but I find that it adds an extra flavor that I really like. So I won't do it to all the lemons, but that should be enough. Then I also want to save 1 lemon so that I can garnish. So then I'll cut this, do a few slices. Such beautiful lemons. So the butterfly pea tea flower, what makes it so awesome is that once it hits something acidic, it changes the pH of it, and then it changes color. So if it hits lime, lemon, or passion fruit or something with acidity, that's when it'll change color. And so we'll show you that later. And I always think it's cool. So I can imagine when you have guests who are not familiar with it, they'll be really, really impressed too. So that's for garnish. And now we'll start cutting our lemon so that we can juice. Then I'm gonna juice. So now I will juice my lemons. You could do this with an electric one too. This is a more manual way that will get you a nice workout. You can flip that over. Now we have our lemons juiced, and what we want to do next is wait for our butterfly pea tea flower to cool down a little bit more, and in the meantime we will make the simple syrup. And it is really simple. All it is equal parts sugar and water. So in this recipe we will use 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water, and we'll boil it down till it becomes a little bit of a syrup. And this lemon peel will give it that extra oomph that will make it nice and yellow and enhance the flavor. So let's do that, and then we can put everything together, and then you'll see the magic of this butterfly pea tea flower tea lemonade. So now the simple syrup is almost ready. It's bubbling and starting to reduce, and all of the sugar has dissolved. And what you can see is the lemon peel gives it a nice yellow hue that you wouldn't otherwise have. And it's a nice way to use it up, and all the lovely essential oils are going in there, so you get an extra pop of flavor. And then once it's done, we'll take it off the heat and let it cool. Then our lemonade is almost ready to be done. Okay, so now our butterfly pea tea is cooled down, and what we want to do is just kind of strain it out. And I have this carafe here. Such a pretty color. Okay, and I have here glasses with ice in it, because lemonade has to be refreshing. And pretty much your lemonade is all done. It's just all putting it together. So I'll pour the butterfly pea tea in first, so you can kind of get a sense of beautiful color. I mean, that itself is already so pretty, right? How often will you see a drink that's a beautiful hue of blue like this? But here's where the magic comes in. Okay, so we pour our lemonade. So it's kind of like a magic experiment, but it's so pretty. So it went from blue to purple. All right. So does this not look like a party? It's so pretty, and you could totally impress guests. I was impressed, and I've done this before, so I love seeing that color change, and it's such a beautiful hue and all natural. So let's take a drink. Cheers. This is garnish, but might get in the way a little. That is so good. It's so refreshing. It has a really little earthly taste of the butterfly pea tea, but you don't taste it as much. But it's a perfect blend of the lemon, the sugar, the tea. Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing. It's a good drink, and it's so pretty too. So that wasn't too hard at all to make this incredible meal that's so beautiful. This butterfly pea flower tea lemonade is just insanely good, and it's so pretty, and it's perfect for a summer day. And I know if you were to serve this for your guests, they're going to be super impressed. And to go with this sandwich of banh mi with nam nướng and fried egg, it's gonna hit the spot, and everyone is gonna love that you made it yourself. The nam, and it's homemade, and it's fresh, and it's so good. So I think this is going to be a great meal for you to have guests over, or just for you to have a nice lunch and enjoy and relax. Hopefully you come here next time and join us on our next adventure for Phantastic Feast. Until then, thanks for joining us.